for agents not with us today. So if you guys are just joining us in the Facebook world, we are inside of Command, and I'm going to be sharing the screen. For those of you here in the room, I'm excited to share with you today on how to generate business from Command using Facebook. We're going to specifically talk about free ways to do that with Facebook Scheduler. That doesn't cost you any money. We're going to talk about how to do it with paid, where you can spend a little bit of money. And I have some examples of agents who got a lot of leads for just testing it out and trying it for 20 bucks, 30 bucks, really cheap. And then the second half of the class, we're going to go specifically into making sure you set up your website. What does the website do? And then how do I add extra pages so that you can walk out today, hopefully with a business strategy around running ads, generating leads, and then your website, and the three of them can all kind of tie together. So if you guys are watching on the Facebook world, just type in your comments and we'll check in them in a little bit. All right, so who here who has not been in Command yet? Anyone not been in? It's okay. So the best way to explain Command is a real estate agent has 20 tools to run their business today, right? I have to go to my phone for my email. I go to a different system for the contracts. I go to a different system for the MLS, right? And none of them talk together. The goal of Command is to put all the stuff you use in your world into one central place. So that's what we're doing. And the best way to explain it, your smartphone is literally like Command because it's one device that manages your life. One device with all your stuff in it, like Gmail, Facebook, your email system, your contract system, everything's in this one device. That's the goal of Command. So our goal today is to get you here, and I'll zoom in a little bit so we can see better. And our focus specifically in Command today is going to be on campaigns, which you'll see is also not just Facebook. There's eventually going to be the ability for the email campaigns, but also postcards, which does actually work today if you want to start testing it out and doing what we call real mailers to actually order postcards, have it mailed, postage, and sent from inside Command. And then we'll show you the free version of Facebook as well. And we're going to talk about sites, the agent sites here at the bottom. That's our big focus for today. And since we have people who have not been in the system yet, or maybe what if you have questions along the way, right? What if I need to go back later and slow down and go step by step? My best resource or your best resource is your question mark in the upper right-hand corner. Whenever you get stuck in the system and say, how do I do that again? How do I create a Facebook ad? How do I add a contact? Click the question mark, and the first option says Keller Williams University. This will be step-by-step instructions from KW on how to do everything. And you'll find there's more step-by-step instructions than even instructional videos. So this is really going to be the best way to learn. And if I looked up, today we're running Facebook, I can just search for Facebook, and here's how to configure a Facebook ad inside of this system. And here's going to be the step-by-step instructions that I'm going to walk you through. But you can come back at any time and revisit these. And I know we have some agents who've asked me, can I ever print any of these out? This little square with an arrow is actually what we call a pop-out, which means it's a website that you can go to, and then you can print this out if that's easier for you to follow the step-by-step instructions. So you're not going to find me creating a lot of the step-by-step guides because these are great. You will find me making videos to take that guide and then give you more information along the way. So I just want to make sure you know that there is some support in here. And if anything breaks, because we're still building this, we're still asking for your feedback and stuff. If you chat with support, tell them it's broken. Don't just call me or text me because that's great, but I'm one voice. If 100 people tell them the system's not working for something, they'll get it done faster. So you can use this lovely chat button to actually chat with tech support. And when it comes to Command, there's no phone number to call. You have to kind of use this ability to chat or email them. And then you can call them if it's other things non-Command related, like MyKW or eEdge or something that might still have issues. We still have our traditional support as well. So just make sure we know about that. And if you haven't been in Command and you don't know what these icons are, by the way, don't fall in love with these icons like I have. We're getting new icons in the next month. So they're going to enhance them even more, which just means more merchandising on my end. I could just make more fun graphics. I know, right? I almost did. Good thing I didn't. So the icons will go away, but if you don't know what they are, click the KW icon, and it actually pops out a tray of what every applet in Command is. So like I said, our focus is really going to be around campaigns and running social media marketing, specifically Facebook, because that's the one that I know the best. And we're going to do our sites here. Now, before we can actually do an ad or do anything with Facebook, we have to connect it. We have to get it into the system and log in. So we're going to start with your name in the upper right-hand corner, and we're going to go to settings first, specifically to connect it. So remember how I said this is like your phone? You would go to your phone and log into Facebook one time, and then every time you open your phone, Facebook just logs in automatically. That's what we're doing inside of Command here by going to settings. So I'm going to go to settings, and you're going to see a bunch of other apps in here, not just Facebook. Things like DocuSign and Dotloop and different stuff. Now, what I'm teaching today will work for Facebook, Twitter, and technically can work for Google Ads. So as far as your campaigning and marketing you can connect those 3 accounts. I'm just going to focus specifically on Facebook today. Now, there's 2 versions of Facebook in the list of icons. The first one is going to be something they call post scheduling, which will be free. So when you see Facebook post scheduling, it's going to have you connect your Facebook account, and that one is free to use. Then there's going to be another one that later on I'll show you in the list that will say paid ad. You're going to connect it twice, basically. This version, if I try to connect more, is going to give me a pop-up that says, hey, which page do you want to connect when you log in? So the free scheduler is going to give you the choice of, it's supposed to let you do more than one. I haven't tried it yet. Specifically, though, what's the one Facebook business page you're going to run this on? Chairs aren't study. All right. So what's the one specific website you want to do? For me, it would be my real estate team, right? However, I have other pages I run, one for profit share. I run one for recruiting. I manage the office pages. I have one for training. You can have more than one, but ideally you're just going to pick one of these, and then you would connect it to your account, and then you'd be able to run and schedule Facebook posts for free inside of here.
So
Do you have a question on that? Yeah.
So we can connect it to, so we have to use either Keller Williams or other real estate.
Oh, as far as the name of the page?
Yes.
The page should always be your name with, it should never be just Keller Williams. So
No,
it should be.
Keller Williams. When you click on it, it says Keller Williams nowadays.
Oh, no. I manage the office. That's the office page. I have access to it. You're not going to have that page.
Oh.
Because I manage and run ads on that page for the office. So that's why I see it. Sorry. No, you won't need that one.
Okay,
Yes.
first I need to link command to my personal Facebook account and
To
then
then
to the page.
Correct. So it's going to ask you to log into your personal account, but it will never let you post to your personal account. So I think this is confusing.
Yeah.
Why do I have to connect my personal? But here's the reality. You can't have a business page without a personal account. So you only connect your personal account to access your business page. That's why it's going to say personal, but it will never post there because it's against Facebook's rules of business. So it'll ask you if you're personal, and you'll even see here when I get to the one for Facebook ads, it says J, it doesn't say my business page. Because when I run an ad, it's going to give me a choice of which business page do you want to run the ad for, which means you can run ads for different business pages. Stop watching me live. I'm right now living.
One of those guys, sorry. I didn't want to be that guy today.
Try to connect more at that point right there.
It's supposed to let you, I could try it while we're here, hit manage,
Well, no, actually, you just go ahead and
connect more.
So Jay, we don't hit
Hit
connect, but
recycle
we hit
today.
manage.
Well, you would connect first. Once you're connected, that means you've already connected. Everyone else is going to see a button that doesn't say that. It's going to say connect now.
Okay, so mine is connected.
So I'm going to say the JT. I'm going to try a second page here. What if I could do my training page and opportunities?
That's where I'm getting confused, because when I'm in the ads manager trying to connect more.
Ads manager is different. So you guys, there's 2 different connections here.
Right.
Facebook post scheduling will give you a choice of which page.
I got that.
Facebook ad doesn't give you that choice. You just connect.
It just gives you the option to connect more, and it's
Don't worry about it. You don't need to.
Okay.
When I promise you, when we get to the ad itself, you get a choice of which business page. You just connect that one once. Ignore the add more button on that because it doesn't do anything for the ads.
So both of them have to be connected, correct?
Correct. If you need them both, you need both connected. So for today's purpose, you'd want those 2 connected for this to connect to Facebook. And that's it as far as those settings go. I will show you, though, there's one for Twitter for post scheduling, which will mean the free version. You can also post at the same time to Twitter and Facebook. They've also got it for Twitter ads, which would be paid on Twitter. I don't use that one, but it is there. And you will find we do have the ability to run an ad to Instagram, but there was no setting for it because it's not going to use your Instagram account to run the ad. It's going to use your Facebook account and share it to Instagram because they own both accounts. So Facebook owns Instagram and they're the same entity. You had a first question?
Yeah, for the second version, the Facebook Ads Manager.
Correct.
Right? Do I need to create a Facebook business page?
If you don't have a business page, it won't allow you to run ads. So Facebook's rules to run any advertising is you have to have a business entity in Facebook. So if you don't have one, you have to set that up. And today's class, I can't teach that, but there are videos on how, but you will need a page. And if you're an individual agent, your page should be Jay Cermak Realtor with Keller Williams Realty Professionals or whatever your name is. And if you're a team like I am, then it would be the J team with Keller Williams Realty Professionals. That would be your technical legal entity and the business page you want to create. Yes. You get it when you get to the ads. So there's no Instagram in settings because it's not here yet. It is coming, but when I run an ad, I promise you will see the Instagram button. So I just want to share that these are in the settings. Come back, connect other things as we keep adding more and more. See how it's more like your phone with the apps that are connecting, and we're building an app store. So you're going to see more and more choices as we go forward. And just because I've got people here, it's just trying to keep up and actually perform the same task you're doing. Maybe easier to watch. All right. So that's just the setting part. So we're actually going to start with campaigns. So I'm going to overview campaigns. I'll start with what's free because I think that one everybody can do today. And then I'll show you the paid part that isn't really expensive, but you will have to have money and spend money to do it. So this is the campaigns dashboard. Campaigns includes things like paid ads, emails, direct mail, and social posts. So you're going to see 4 tabs across the top. The free one is social posts, and that's where we're actually going to start with. But I've got paid ads here, so you can see.
I'm sorry, how did you get to
campaigns.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yep, click the KW if you don't know what the icons are.
Got it.
So we're in campaigns, and that's where you'll see a dashboard. Now, your dashboard may be blank if you've never run an ad before. That's okay. So here are the 2 active ads I just started running this week. One for a What's Your Home Worth, which is actually running pretty decent. I'm getting some views. 453 people looked at it so far since this morning. And I've already gotten 2 leads.
So those are paid ads.
Correct. These are the paid ones. But I just want to show you, I will be sharing you best practices, and I have some examples of what agents did that I'll share with you as well to help you with that. But I want to show you, I'm actually not just teaching it, I'm actually using it, and I'll share my results. Emails, we're still building this component, so don't worry about doing your mass emails in the future when we get our email system situated. This is where you're going to go do that like mass newsletter and email your entire database is really going to be from here. For now, just skip that button. Direct mail, I don't have time necessarily today. If we have time, I'll teach it. But direct mail, you can actually run and do postcards, whether you design it yourself in designs or you choose Real Mailers to make a pre-made template and pull your listing in. Here's what's neat about it. Most mailing systems make you subscribe to like 500 minimum cards or 100 minimum, right? And it costs a lot of money. Real Mailers will let you pick 1 card if you want, 2 cards, 10, 20. You can actually narrow it down. And my favorite is I'm going to do a campaign as my next test in a neighborhood I'm farming, and you can target specifically homes who've been there 10 years or more. So what if I only ran my just listed, just sold postcards and the are you thinking about selling your home postcards to only people who've been in their home 9, 10 years or more? I'm increasing the chance of me getting business, but I don't have to farm and send 500 cards and cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. I can dabble in postcards too and try a couple out. So just know that that is there, and there is a help article on how to do that specifically if I don't have time to show it. So I'm going to start with what's free. Free is always great, right? Social post. How can I schedule my post for a month, a week? You're going to see, here's the week, and I've already did a post for Monday. It shows me went out in the afternoon, and I did one for today. Yet I still have the ability to do posts for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And you can look at this as a week view or an entire month. So you're probably wondering, why would I want to do this? Why do I want to schedule it? I don't know if you're like me, but if I go on Facebook, I get distracted. I watch videos I shouldn't. And the next thing I know, 5 hours of my life are gone and I didn't make any money. So the goal is, what if you use Facebook inside a command? I'm not distracted by the funny cat videos or this little ad or click this. I'm literally just saying, for business, I want to have my schedule for the week if I'm going on vacation or my holidays pre-scheduled. And you can actually even program over a month's worth of a post every day so you don't forget. The power of this is when I would do the posting myself in the morning, I would write a blog, post it to my website, I would copy the link, post it on 5 different social media channels. Okay, that took a good 20, 30, 40 minutes every morning. What if I spent an hour on a Sunday and just knocked it out for the whole week? How much time when I get back during the week, right? That's kind of the goal. So I just want you to see, you can program these by the week or day. And the neat thing is, you don't have to go to Facebook to do it. And we built this with Facebook. So it's just like you're posting directly to Facebook. They will recognize you as being a Facebook entity, not like a third-party company trying to do it where they block you and don't show your post to enough people and stuff like that. A good example would be like Hootsuite. Hootsuite is not known as being genuine, so the Facebook company won't show your post from Hootsuite as good because they act like it's not natural that you're doing it. This was built with Facebook, so it'll work better. So here are the posts I've already done so you can see. So on Monday, I did a quick little video, and now they have a preview of the video and likes and what's happening with this interaction. So I made a short video about saving money with Keller Mortgage. What a great opportunity to promote our consumer app. And I'm not here to put our in-house lender out of business in any way. There's enough business for everybody, yet if I don't tell my consumer I have an online mortgage product, and they go to Zillow today and Zillow says I have an online mortgage product, I lost them.
Right.
The consumer made that choice. So I'm taking the advantage of promoting that and made a short video and posted it. I also did one today, there's a huge demand for homes in this area. I used trend graphics in our office to narrow down to a specific zip code and price range and found that there were less than 3 months inventory. That's something people should know, right? And you'll see I'm actually running an ad on that one as well, because I'm looking to get more listings. Because if you have listings, you can build a big business. So that's some ways for free I posted these.
Are you pulling daily? Are you pulling this information from other places? Or is there a central?
Right now I'm pulling from other places only because we do have a market snapshot tool in Command. However, it includes everything: condos, rentals, commercial. So the numbers are skewed. So like I looked it up for, let's say, Lauded by the Sea. It told me there were 40 different homes for sale, but that's because it included rentals and included condos. But when I did single family homes, it was 21 in the price range I was looking for. So trend graphic gave me more accuracy. Not in here yet. That's what we're working on. So there'll be some things coming, and they are working on also, I don't know if anyone saw during the holidays, there was a fun little suggested post feature right here where it says Facebook that let you just click on it and say, hey, here's a holiday post, where you didn't have to design anything and it gave you text. And it's kind of like a plug and go quick. So I'm labbing it right now. They're coming out with a new version of what if we did a Market Snap video for you, taking those that data set and making a cute little video about the home prices and let you just click a button and automatically generate it and post. That's going to save so much time. So as the data gets more accurate, the only thing missing from our data is the ability to choose what property. The snaps work as far as everything in the area. It just didn't ask me, do you want to snap for houses, or do you want to snap for condo? Do you want to snap for commercial? And because it didn't ask that, that's why it's skewed. So I went and looked up that data myself. Today, I decided I'm going to make a post. So I use designs, and this is going to be the post I do today. I use the data. We're not teaching designs today, but I made this in designs.
Okay.
So designs is next week's topic. If you come back, stay tuned. We'll teach you the design part. But I made this graphic, and I used trend graphics to fix the snap because the snap was skewed.
Something under the umbrella.
Yes, actually. No. So this is my own photo I took, but I thought what a great way to post about what's actually happening. And now I want to target specifically single family homes under $1 million. So I took the general template they gave me and I enhanced it with more data and different things like months of inventory weren't there, but I want to make sure people know because that matters, right? Is it a buyer's market, a seller's market? Like, are you telling them you're a market update, like a specialist, or are you just the other agent saying, let me sell your house, let me sell your house? So this is the design we're going to post today, and I want to have some text around it. And for timing purposes, I pre-typed this, but I'm going to show you how to create this. So 2 ways to make your post. You can either click the date specifically to say, I want to go out Wednesday, maybe Friday, or you can use the whole month calendar and even go to another week altogether. So I can hit the next button and go to the next week of January 19th to 25th, or maybe I've got my Valentine's ready. I can jump all the way ahead to Valentine's Day and say I've got my post for Valentine's Day. So just know this will have it there, but you'll get the choice when we're in there. So I'm going to stick with this week. What is today, the 14th? One more. So I'm going to do a post for Wednesday because I already got one for today. So I'm going to click Create a Post. This is going to look similar to any other posting kind of thing that you've seen, where you have the ability to kind of write your post here inside. Now, because I want to create more than one post, I'm going to have an option here to say create another. This just means you'll fill out one, then it'll change to the next one and the next one. And you just literally in rapid, following in order, sequence. There we go, sequence, yeah. Just in sequence, you can say each day that you want. And you can do multiple posts for the same day, by the way. You can run a morning ad and an afternoon post if you want. Like, there's no limitations on when you post or how often. They're just going to suggest once a day. So here's where you type your text, and I've already got a text pre-typed out for you. So we're going to go with today's class. Here is my hashtags and everything. So I'm going to post this tag. Picture yourself in Lauderdale by the Sea, homes under 1 million. Check them out on our new site. And it's just going to take them to a link to my website. And just if you're wondering, how did you get that? We're going to teach you websites today. But I will show you what I actually did was went to my website. I searched Lauderdale by the Sea. So I'm going to look that up. And I want to show you some cool things that you could do to make your own link for this as well. Oops. I think it went the right place. Try that again. There we go. Okay, so Lauderdale by the Sea. Nope, that's an actual house. I'm looking for the neighborhood, so Lauderdale. Sorry, I had this pre-pulled up and then I had to restart my computer. There we go. So if this is the area I was looking in, here's the trick. If I was looking for homes under 1 million, just drop your price to under 1 million. So I'll do 1 million or less. That's the text I wanted to say. And then I'm going to choose property type and say houses only. So I'm specifically changing this from 225 properties to the 29. And then this is the link that I shortened to use for my post. That way, when they go to this link, it's automatically searching that neighborhood, that information, and it will have all the details I need up above. So that's just a way you can use the site today to generate a link like find out about my neighborhood, explore the neighborhood. And I'll go into the website in more detail later. I just wanted to show you where I came up with that link is I went there and then used a company called Bitly that takes your long link and shortens it. It's a free tool if you've never heard of it, Bitly. And Bitly, I don't even have to log in. We'll take any link that I have. So here's that long link. And we'll shorten it to a smaller one that works better for social media. You ever try to post that link and it's like 800 characters and it takes up most of your post? This is a way to take that long link and shorten it. So I've got my post, but you know what? It's a little boring. So guess what? We've added emojis, which I love. So now I can add emojis to this and say, hey, picture yourself living in Lauderdale by the Sea. Well, guess what? I want beach. So you can search beach, and I'm going to add a nice little beach here, and I'm going to copy that and move it up by Lauderdale by the Sea. There we go. Homes. I'm going to use an actual house icon. So I'll say house. There's a couple versions. That one will work. And I'm actually inserting the emojis here directly into this under 1 million. Check them out on our new website. And I'm going to do maybe an arrow. Arrow going this way. Okay. Oops, nope. There we go. That way it's giving more visual, right? Of what are you looking for? I could put a picture frame. I wonder if that's in there. Picture. It is. So I have a little fun with these. When this came out, it was my most excited feature inside Command. Okay, so I've got an idea of, hey, picture yourself in this area, homes under this price range. Click here, and I'm going to use my graphic. So that's just the text. Now, it lets you do up to 2,200 characters. Please don't do that. Have you ever been on Facebook and seen that long rant? Do you actually ever click the dot, or you just go right on and say, never mind, too long? I literally read 2 sentences and go, nope, I ain't got time for that, even though I spend 5 hours on it. So my advice, keep it a couple sentences, right? Keep it short to the point. Let your either image or video do the talking for you. This really should be a headline to grab them to go, whoa, what's this? I want to stop. Because the name of the game is stopping the scroll. How do you look at properties today or on Facebook, right? You scroll, 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 scroll. Ooh, that looks good, right? Isn't that what we do really fast? You have less than a second to stop them. So the visual works well to do that. So I have 3 options. I can upload a photo, I can upload a video, or I can add a link. Now, I made a link. I'll show you why right now I'm not using this part. I'm going to post that link here. Oops. Let me get it from Bitly again. Copy. And here's why I'm not using it right now, because it gives you when you hit validate link, it gives me this picture. I don't want that picture if I made a beautiful graphic. So until we have the ability to control that, I'm not using add a link just yet. But when I put the link in the post, it is clickable. So don't worry, they'll still be able to click it. It just won't have a click this picture and take you to the site. So I'm not going to use that one. Video is here. You have 2 options, upload the video directly or upload a link to a video. Facebook doesn't like the link to the video as much. When you see the videos moving on Facebook as you're scrolling, that's because they put the video directly on Facebook. If I use a link to YouTube, which some of my videos I do with, right, for KB Connect, it doesn't play the video automatically. It just says click here to go watch that. And at the end of the day, in Facebook's view, that's not a good consumer experience. I want you to stay in Facebook as much as possible. So my advice is do a short 2-minute or less video, 40 megabytes or less. It needs to be small, and you can upload it in these 2 formats. So I don't have time to teach you how to do a video or how to do this in this class. However, you can get videos. There's tons of free content out there, and I did make a video the other day. Here is my video that I made, actually off my phone, with an app called Video Leap, and this video adds GIFs and all kinds of stuff, like saving money, find your home, click here, and found, save thousands with Keller Mortgage. That's it. That's all I want them to know. So they click the download button. So there's an app on your phone you can do to make that, and then I used that for yesterday's app.
What's the name of that?
Yeah, Video Leap, like jumping. Yes, Paige.
The 40 megabytes, is that need a certain amount of time?
That's size. The file can't be too big or else it won't. So Video Leap. Okay, so the app is named this, Video Leap. It'll look like that with a little like foxy guy. That one, I love it only because it lets you add GIFs to everything, and I'm having a lot of fun adding that. Because at the end of the day, we're trying to stop the scroll. If it's someone sitting in their car talking to you again, it's not stopping the scroll. If it's someone walking through a house again, not really stopping the scroll. But if I have this boomerang or this little GIF moving around, guess what? Ooh, I like that. It's shiny. People stop for that. All right, so you can do a video, but today we're going to do my photo. So I can add up to 4 photos. I'm just going to add the 1. So I'm going to go to my downloads where I download this picture, and I'm going to drag it right here where it says drag and drop, or you can click there. Now, this is going to give you the ability to add multiple photos. And the neat thing is, if I click on this, see how there's this little kind of crop tool in the corner? If you click it, you can crop right there. Meaning if this wasn't a great photo, I wanted to crop it to just a part of it, that's built in. Or I can choose it in a square if that's a better format. Or I like the wide for some of these graphics to crop your image if you need to. Now notice though, my image actually already has the office logo in it. You're going to see the next rule is now it requires you have an office logo. This is good if it's a graphic you didn't brand. Like sometimes I get stuff from Keeping Current Matters. They have a generic stock image. If I posted that picture, there's no branding on it. This would quickly just add a KW branding on it. Here's the trick. Mine already has the branding on it, so I don't want to do this, but it is required. So I'm going to share with everybody in class today, I made a blank PNG file that will basically do what they say and not show a picture. So I'm going to get this file called blank PNG. Let oops, blank.png. I will share it with everybody after class and I'll post it on our page. It's literally just a blank square. So when I actually look at this ad, there won't be any extra branding on top of my picture. So just know it does require it right now. We are working on giving you a choice, but I think that's because we are a company that has many states with different rules, and to fit one size fits all, they had to add that. So it is asking you for that. If you want to include your own ownership statement, like each office independently owned and operated, that's here. I'm not clicking that one. Yes.
With the 4 photos that you're able to upload, does it have the same feature that Facebook has now, where one of them can be a video in the off to the side?
This one's only going to do picture only. It doesn't let you mix it. So that's part of their mixed media. We don't have that yet. But you can do physically 4 photos, but it will do a carousel effect, meaning I can slide through the photos.
And as long as one of them has the KW logo, you're good.
Yes. Right. And we're not as strict in Florida, but anyone watching this video live or anywhere else, other states are more strict about it. So far, the only thing they're strict about is just team branding, and there's not extra rules they've added so far, but one day they might. So that's there. And then the last thing is, when do I want this to go out? So it's default scheduled because I chose the 15th for 10 a.m. on the 15th, which is tomorrow. I can leave it at that, or I can change the time by clicking the calendar, and I can actually say, you know what, I find it does better if I post between 8 and 9 a.m., right? Whatever time you think would be better. So I'm going to say 8 to 9. And then this is where it chose my page because I told it in settings to use this page specifically. Now, I also have the ability to publish it immediately, which means right this second it will publish. For this example, I'll schedule it for tomorrow, but it does work. This post from Monday with the video was a direct post. It just went right there onto Facebook directly. Now, you can preview it here in the lower left-hand corner. So I'm going to preview this, and when I go on social media, it's going to say, hey, picture yourself living here. Here's some stuff, and then there's my link. It will be clickable when I post it to Facebook. And then that would just be what I'm going to post for tomorrow. So I'm posting some information that's helpful, visually appealing, threw in some emojis, and now I'm going to schedule it to go tomorrow so I don't have to worry about doing a post for tomorrow. So I'm going to click schedule. It's going to make me verify it again to make sure this is right. I can look at it there, schedule post, and now tomorrow I have a post scheduled to go out tomorrow morning. And it now took me to the next day. So I can do it for the 16th and the 17th and 18th. It just goes right into which one do you want to add now. So that part's pretty cool, just going to the next and adding everything in, and then I can just literally program for the next couple of days what I want to post.
Mine has these select pages that has the Facebook business page or the Twitter page. Where would the Instagram page?
It's only in ads. We haven't gotten ads yet. We're bringing the ability to post directly to Instagram, but Facebook's stricter around that, letting companies have access to it. So we're in negotiations. You will eventually see in here Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram and LinkedIn, and Nextdoor, correct. The ad part is where you're gonna see it. Scheduled posting is only for Facebook and Twitter right now. And that's the free one. So these are here to schedule, and then it will start tracking things. And as it moves, then you'll start seeing more about what you've got going on, what's happening today, and get more analytics from that. And you can connect to your multiple channels. Any questions on the free one? It's really just like you would normally post to Facebook, but you do it right from here, set it, and kind of forget it, right? And then go in the next day and check to make sure it posted and see it in your stuff.
Can you post one of your listings there?
From this one, no, it's going to do it there. When we run the ad, you can. So when I create the post, there's no choose your listing, but when I run an ad, there is a choose your listing.
So only the paid side only allows you to run a listing.
Correct, for right now. You can still do your own. You can just get the photos and put stuff there, but it doesn't have the KWLS in it. So that will be coming eventually. For now, it's not here yet. However, when I'm in designs, I can get a picture from my KWLS and do my stuff,
Right.
and then use the picture. So there's workarounds, but eventually that will be coming. Any other questions on the social post for free? Let me see if Facebook had any questions. All right, perfect. Just watching. That's just the. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Okay, so that was the first one. So let's talk about the fun paid ads. What if I want to run paid ads? So before I show you how, let's talk about why would you want to do it? How is it different than you doing it on Facebook directly? And what are some examples of great results? So first way to explain this is we built this with Facebook. If you do an ad on Facebook directly today, you have to go to Facebook and watch the analytics 24/7 and try to move things around and readjust the ad and do all that work. You will find companies today who say, hey, give me $500 a month, I'll do it for you, pay me to do this, blah, 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 right? The system does all that for you for no extra cost. Only the cost of the ad. Meaning when you post your ad, their artificial intelligence in Facebook and our artificial intelligence of Kelly are working together to get your ad in front of the right people at the right time and for the cheapest amount possible. In 3 years of testing this now, nobody has beaten us on the cost per click of what we've gotten from this results versus trying to do it themselves. So while it's not perfect, the results are much better, and you're going to see today some great examples I got from people. So let me see, where did I save that? I think it's my screenshots. So I'm going to pull up some examples of what I found today. That was a good one. I guess that's the one I pulled up. All right, so this is actually from January 2nd, an agent shared that biggest win of 2020 was she used Command for 3 active Facebook leads for Facebook ads and got 90 leads in 3 days. Did you hear that? 90 leads in 3 days. And she didn't spend $500. She spent technically $200 on 3 different ads. And she got her clicks as low as 37 cents, 47 and 99 cents. What that means is when someone clicks it, that's what you pay for. So most of your marketing budget is around not just views, who physically clicks it. And you'll see in my example, my first couple, I got $4 a click. That was horrendous. And then somebody posted today that Commissions Inc., you might have heard of that company, says they'll do your Facebook ads for as little as $5 a click. I'm like, if I can get 37 cents, I saw people with 8 cents in here versus $5 a click. I'll take the 8 cents any time of the day. So this is an actual real person who did multiple ads, got over 6,000 views. So an impression's just a view, like meaning I saw it. Doesn't mean they physically clicked on it or stopped. It means when they scrolled, their eyeball passed it, which is kind of no different than if I had a billboard out front or a bus bench and you drove past it, right. How many impressions are you getting every day of seeing it? And eventually when it matters to you, you're going to notice. So that's why it's so cool to do it. And this person actually didn't even spend the full budget yet. That was only spending $71 of it. How powerful is that, right? To actually have these things go out. And I thought I'd saved the picture of the actual, oh, here it is. So this is another example of an agent posted his actual numbers. So he actually ended up getting over 63 cents a lead, got over 89 people clicked on it, and he got 7 actual leads of people who said, hey, I'll give you my info. So clicks aren't necessarily enough. Did they actually give you their name, number, and email address and go to the next level to say, hey, I'm serious enough? So I love that these are the results. And his example of the ad, which we're in a beautiful area, that's kind of a gloomy home, honestly. However, that was all he ran. Hey, perfect new home, complete with this new in-law suite, 2 kitchens. He just wrote it, promoted his listing, and got over 9 to 10 leads, just $20. Testing it out, saying, hey, here's my new listing. Check it out and see. It wasn't anything fancy. But if it's new on the market and I didn't see it on Zillow yet, guess what? I'm more likely to click it and say, hey, guys, let me give you my info.
Do you not have to kind of go and specify where you go back to Facebook, what person, income, place you want to send it out, kind of done?
It's all built in.
So you don't have to waste all that time.
It's all built in. That's why I said, how many hours have I spent on Facebook trying to learn all this stuff and go through the analytics and what does this do? Now, here's the thing. You're going to see, think of this as like the light version of a very powerful tool. Okay. Facebook's too much stuff. You wouldn't possibly know what everything did. I can't even explain everything it can do there, and I know a lot of stuff. That's not your job. That's not your one thing. Our goal is to say, hey, what if I could set it as fast as possible and make me the most money for the cheapest amount of work on my part, and it's designed for you to do it in less than 5 minutes. So I will share it with you. I will also say a lot of the analytics you could do, like age and different genders and stuff, that stuff's gone from Facebook as far as running ads because it could be used to discriminate against. So just note, you might go, Jay, why can't I find who's a homeowner? Why can't I find this specific age group? It's not going to be there because after Facebook got sued by the National Association of Realtors, they're stricter around real estate rules. So just know that's why it won't be as much, but there will still be great stuff.
Stupid
Yeah.
question, why I don't see create a new campaign on my,
You're in campaigns and you're under paid ads.
yeah, I don't see create a new campaign.
Are you in Google Chrome?
No, this is my iPad.
Google Chrome. You can still get Chrome on there, but it's because it's probably too small
Oh,
and you can't see it enough yet. Oh, because you're in.
Same thing with me, that was my exact question.
Yeah, this is it's technically here, but because your screen's squished,
okay.
it won't show the whole
Alright.
thing.
Jason, I'm having the same, that was my same question.
The
The paid,
creative campaign, you're in paid ads. You have the creative campaign button. She said that was gone.
yeah, but it comes up the social ad or search ad.
Have we gotten there yet?
Ah,
Slow down. I promise I'll get you there. I'm explaining why this matters. So first off, you get a virtual assistant doing all this for you. All you do is click a button and it will do the math. Here's the coolest part. You can't get the pricing we're getting by yourself. Facebook's doing a cool product where they actually bid for the prime time and the cheapest slot. Who here has ever run an ad for the Super Bowl? Anyone? How much do they pay for that stuff? Well, Facebook at no extra cost is doing that to get you in the Super Bowl prime times time slots for whatever you're running. That's why we're getting the clicks so low, because you're basically doing an auction for the best time. So just let it do its work and all you do is click and go.
The payment goes through.
I'm going to show you.
Or,
I'm going to show you.
okay.
I promise. Okay, last thing about this is why would you want to do this? Where are your consumers? Facebook. If you don't think they're on Facebook, there's 2.4 billion people on Facebook every day. They're on Facebook. You think they're on Zillow? Yes, and they're on Facebook. So you got to be where they are. There's so much business you can generate of people you don't know. This isn't just for people you know. This is to get people I don't know that I want to help and get more services. So take advantage of this. And as you brought up, Marina, the first thing about this is you have to pay for it. Here's how it actually works. We bill you first. So Keller Williams it's basically a master Keller Williams account. We're going to bill you today. So if I do a $25 ad, it bills my credit card $25 today. If we run the ad and they use all $25, then Facebook sends them a bill later, right? And says, hey, here's the $25, you owe me money. KW is not keeping any of that money. So if my ad didn't run all 20 bucks, I get a credit to use for the next time I run an ad. So we're not making money off this. We're not taking your money or keeping your money. You're going to give us a credit card. We're going to bill you first and do it here. And someone brought up a good point. If you've ever ran an ad on Facebook yourself, it doesn't bill you day one. They stack it up and randomly send you a bill. So once you might just get hit with like a $300 bill all at once because they didn't bill you for 3 months. Who can predict their business with that? This lets me predict my business by knowing here's 25 bucks. I'm committing to that. And then if I use it, great. And if I don't use it, there's a credit to use it the next time I run one. So the 2 ads I ran yesterday were a credit because I had ads that didn't run and I had a credit there. So I used 2 ads yesterday for free. Well, not free. I already paid for it, but the money was still there for me. So you have to come to payments and add a credit card. Please don't write down my credit card numbers. I'm not buying your leads for you. Or I will put it in my account. So the goal is you can add a credit card. Hopefully everyone knows how to add one, but you can add more than one. So if you run it for a business, like I have multiple businesses, if I want to run an ad for this business and one for that with different cards, you can have more than one card in this list. So you would just simply say add payment method, enter in your card and either set as your default. That's it. Just entering your credit card information and it will bill you right away. I already used my credit. Yesterday it showed I had $50 credit here. Since I ran my ad and it was approved, they took the $50 credit. Yes.
So I did create it. I did click on payments.
Yeah.
It says it looks like you don't have a card on file yet. I have here my. Oh, there is a button. Never mind.
Eyes, people, eyes. You all can see it. So yes, add a payment. Just make sure you do that first. So I've done that, which means now I'm able to run it. Now, if you want to test this out and don't have a credit card on file, it will let you prepare a draft. It won't run until you have a credit card, just so you know. So here's what I've learned in my own experience. I'm going to show you my past ones. So I will go back to my first lesson that was painful because I spent $3 and oh, that was an actual class. Not horrible. I got 8 clicks, but I spent $3 per click on this. 25 bucks. It was for our career night, and I got over 1,400 people saw it. So even though I didn't get 1,400 people to show up, 1,400 people knew we were having a critical career industry update. And I spent $3 per click. Then I wanted to do my mobile app. This is my worst. Next one's my worst one. This one was horrible. I got 7,200 people saw my ad, 8 clicks. Now, don't worry. I won't see leads because I didn't choose the lead method. But I just want you to see, you don't have to memorize every analytic. The ones that matter is how much did you pay for it and how many people saw it. So I'm okay with this only because 7,200 people saw the J team and might have heard it for the first time or now know about it. Right? And if I run it over and over again, it's the same 7,000 people. Guess what? They're just seeing it over and over again. Why do you think Coca-Cola does their commercials all the time and Pepsi? To just keep getting in front of you. So that's what I did there. I did an open house. Now this one, man, I got a lot of clicks. No one came to the open house, but that was because it had been on the market for 7 months. So when you do an open house in this office, make sure it's a newer listing, not sit on the market for 7 months.
That's a very low click-through rate.
So yeah, I got 17 people to click and 5,000 views.
7,000.
Oh, I'm sorry?
The one below.
Yeah, this one was 7,000 people looked at it, just looked. And I got 8 clicks.
That's very low click-through rate.
And you also got to consider that
Yeah.
the content, the ad, the desirability.
You'll see why, because I'm also narrowing it down to a specific demographic of people. So I will share that as well. So then I've got, but I said that wasn't a great one. So let's look at the ones I did better. So then I tried a mobile app. And here's what I did. My first mobile app ad was an actual picture of the beach and just said download my app. It didn't show an app. So the next time I did a picture of the app, I got down to $1.92 a click. Then I got smart and made a video, and I got down to 52 cents a click.
Nice.
So what's the moral? Video does better. If you do a video, you're more likely to get more clicks, more interaction for less with the video. Now, these listing ones, they're not doing video on those, I'll tell you honestly. They're just doing the picture what comes in, and I'm going to show you how to do it. But you can just dabble with this. And I'm okay because that one got 7,000 views and 48 clicks on it. Yeah.
So you said you mentioned something about capture. So what differentiates from a click versus a lead?
Once I get in there, I'll show you. So, yeah, you guys are, I know you're excited about it. If you want to learn what is the difference between those, click the little I. That will tell you what everything means. The only thing that matters to you is, because this is the cost per 1,000, this is the cost per click, cost per lead click. You just want cost per click or cost per lead click are the only two that matter to me. And impressions just tells me who saw it. How many people scrolled and happened to see it. So in essence, I tested this out for $100 and had over 17,000 people who saw it. I'm okay with that. And out of that, I got over 100 leads, or at least people clicking on my app because I can't track that today. I'm okay, because even if 5 people download my app and have the new version, I'll get business from that. It's not about having to hit everybody and being perfect. It's, are you getting out there? Are you build? And this is cheaper than me going in a bus bench or a billboard or run a TV ad, and I'm where the consumer already is. So I just wanted to share that with you, that video is going to be king as far as this goes, but I'll show you how to create them. So let's create one, and I'll show you your options. So you come to create a new campaign, and you have these choices. Social ad is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter together. Google search ad would be running an ad on Google. So we're going to do the social ad. And here's where you're going to see the Instagram. That's where it is. So if you want to run it on Instagram as well, you don't have to have an Instagram account to run it on Instagram. It lets you do both. So it's going to ask you what's the name of your campaign. So let's say for this example, I pulled up my, hold on, I've got listings to look at today. Thank you to Heather. I've got 2 great listings, and we're going to use those to promote this. So I'm going to go get the details and then pull it in. All right, so we're going to do this address. I just want to name it that so I know this is what it is, right? Listing. So what's the goal? So you're just naming it so you know what it is. Only you see it. What's your goal? Are you trying to advertise the listing to get it sold? You can advertise multiple listings now, meaning I can have one ad with 5 listings and it could be a scroll through. That would be a great one if you have more than one listing to say, hey guys, up in New York, it's cold, fly south, look at our 5 listings and come and explore South Florida, and I can go run an ad specifically to New York. or specifically to wherever people are moving from. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and just say advertise listing. I've also got attract listings. What if you're looking to get a listing? You can use a just listed for attracting listings too. If I'm targeting a neighborhood to tell people, pay attention, I just took a listing, right? And then I'm going to do another ad when I list it under contract. And then when I sell it, because I want them to see, whoa, they just listed it. How did they get under contract so fast? You want to create that energy. Attract talent would be hiring people. Brand awareness, I use this one really for my mobile app to say, I just want to be aware of my brand, or go to my website and learn about the J Team. Event awareness would be like my open house or my client appreciation event or something like that. If you're looking to attract buyers, like maybe I'm targeting renters and say stop paying rent. Or if it doesn't fit in one of these, you pick this. This is just teaching Kelly what you're doing. So today you have to teach Kelly what Facebook is and how to use it. In a year from now, Kelly's going to say, hey, I have 10,000 ads ran for just listed, and I can tell you the best practices now. That's what we're doing. We're teaching with this. So I'm going to leave it on advertise the listing. And then I can run it to Facebook, which is already connected. I can also run it to Instagram. And if I choose Twitter, it'll tell me I haven't connected it yet, and I can connect it now. So if you forgot to connect anything, you can do it later. So I'm not going to connect it. I'm just going to leave it here, and I'll do both because I'm not actually going to run this one. It's a sample. So I'm going to set up a campaign. Now, this is going to take you into a tool that lets you look for a listing and pulls it up. A listing isn't required to run an ad, by the way. Now, I said I'm advertising a listing, so that popped up. But when I'm actually running this, I don't have to choose a listing to run my ad, but it will give you the choice. So in this example, it's letting me choose either my listings or any listing. Now, here's the trick with that. I currently don't have active listings, and yours might be blank here. If it is, go to all, because that might be where it is. I don't think the My Listings portal is showing correctly, but it should have everything here, and I found a shortcut. Click the name and find the listing agent, and you can find your listings faster. So I'm actually going to do this because it's Heather Barber, which is Heather Edwards, listings, and I'm doing one for Lauded by the Sea today. Thank you, Heather. I'm not actually running it.
So these all listings are KW.
No, everything in every MLS across America. So you bring up a good point, though. Make sure you guys have permission. Don't advertise someone else's listing. So if I really wanted to advertise this, I'd have to get permission from Heather before I run an ad. Don't assume because the broker has the listing that you get to run an ad for it. It's her listing, her lead. She has to say yes to it. And if she gave me permission, then I can run this. If you're doing an open house for an agent in this office, typically they give you permission to run marketing or an ad on their behalf, right? So just get permission. Yeah, actually, once I clicked create listing, it automatically popped up. But if it didn't, your first step is choose a listing right here. Because I said add a listing, it automatically popped up though. And then I went to all listings. So I'm going to do that name by person, listing agent, Heather Barber. All right, so here's all her listings, and I am specifically looking for Lauderdale by the Sea. So let me hide this really quick. There we go. Here we go. Lauderdale by the Sea. So I want to actually use this listing to advertise, and it's going to give you a image and pull the text from the listing automatically. Talk about how nice and fast was that. You pick it, and it at least starts you with something. You don't have to leave it that way. It's just grabbing the information. So it pulls it pretty much from your internet remarks. So whatever you put in the internet remarks about the listing, it will tie it into the first 250 characters. So this is going to give me an example on the right. By the way, I can see a sample of what it will look on Facebook and what it will look like on Instagram and Instagram stories. So if you run to those, because I chose it, I can see a sample while I'm making this update of all three. Yes.
I do notice on the samples that Keller Williams, we show the JT.
Haven't gotten there yet. You're going to link your account and it will change to you. This is just the starting point. So the bottom is going to have what account and switch to your business page. So it starts with KW. It will not run for KW because once I choose my page, it will switch. So first is just choosing your listing. Again, you don't have to give it a listing. If you don't have one, you just skip the listing part. But I use the listing, so then it gives me the text. stunning, newly renovated, blah, blah, blah. Here's the information from them. I can leave it. I can enhance it maybe with some emojis and go grab a bed, right? I can go grab a bathroom and then put those in my artwork. And I can put this here for 3 bedrooms and there for 4 bedrooms, or sorry, 3 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms. If we want to enhance the text, you can change it. Again, you only get 250 characters this time, so it should be short. And this text box here goes above whatever your image or video is on the right. So similar to what we just did. Now it's going to ask you for a headline. That goes directly below the picture. And a lot of times that should be, what's your catchphrase? Like, what are you trying to say? Like, hey, move south, right? If I'm targeting the north, I might say move south. Burr, it's cold. Move south. And that's going to go right below the picture and be kind of bold and more of a headline. Then what do you want the description to be? Now, they'll give you a couple suggestions. There's not many. Like, you can use a home like this, schedule a home tour today, view photos and videos of this home. They're giving you some suggestions. You can scroll through and use them or type in your own. I actually like to put the details of the home at the bottom as well. So I'm going to say 4 bed, 3 bath, mid-century with pool, whatever it is, right? Near the beach. So you can put that down there. So you basically are going to get 3 areas of text. The top part, the line here, and the little description below it. So this part's just for text. What do you want it to say? Something that's attractive. There's tons of videos and stuff out there, like what's the best thing to type? That's the one I would focus on, is either grabbing a listing and promoting it. And then what would you want it to say? So I will save that text, and the next thing is the media. So it already pulled an image, and you can add up to, I believe, 5 or 6 images. So if I say add another image here, here's all the listing photos. I didn't have to go hunting for them. So if I want them to see that this is actually near water and on the beach, I can grab one of these images.
Those are photos directly from that particular listing
From the MLS, directly. Yep, from the MLS coming directly over there. See how I didn't have to go outside to do this. Once I got to photos and hit add more, it did it automatically. If you link your listing, it's all there. So you'll choose your listings. You can make it larger if it's harder to see, by the way.
You said you link your listing. Is that a step you need to see?
I just showed
Or
it.
just by typing the address?
You search for the address and select your listing. That's what we did. That was step 1. So now I've got the media and I can choose one. So I'm going to go ahead and pick, I think people love pools, especially if they're up north. Preview and crop the pool. Here's that crop tool again. Now here's the trick. In our board, GFLR adds that ugly little banner. Guess what? Scroll up a little and crop it. Crop it out if you don't want it in there.
Jay, you can only add photos that are in the MLS. You can't.
You can add your own. Don't worry. Add image, add your own images, or add video, just like you could with the other ads. It's okay. Let me show you, and then you guys will see what it can do. So yes, you can choose what's here or upload your own. So if you have a higher quality image from your drone person or something that isn't there, or you want to have it look differently, you can do your own images as well. And you do your own video just like we did for the other posting. So I'm going to choose these ones here. I'm going to choose a couple others. I want them to see that it's near the beach and intercoastal. So I'll choose this one, and I'm going to have to leave that logo only because it shows the border. That's fine. The goal here, and I can also rearrange the order of these pictures. So if I want this not to be the first photo, or if I want it to be there, I can actually rearrange the order of them. And you can add up to, I believe, 6. So let's add a couple more. This is a beautiful bathroom. Crop that. And look what's happening on the right. It's creating a carousel effect. See how it says web carousel here? It means it'll auto slideshow for them, and they can click through and look at a couple photos before they click the learn more button or register, whatever you want them to do. So you're just choosing the media here. It does recommend that logo again. So now I need to make sure the office logo is here. And typically it does this automatically, but I skipped, or I X'd it out. So I'm going to go grab the office logo real quick and show you what this does. So in this case, these photos aren't branded, and probably for legal reasons, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put the picture on it. So I'm going to say open. And now these will automatically have the office watermark on them. So this is required now to put something there. So if you want to have it where it's like your team logo and the office logo together, put that graphic. You need to have something there, but it's not required in Florida. It's just required for Command for now because other states would need it. So you can add that there or choose your own or use that blank image I'm going to share with you to just put a blank one there and ignore it. But it does ask for one. And same thing, you have the include ownership statement to say each office independently owned and operated. You can check the box if you need to. So anyone watching who's not in Florida and needs that, you can check the box and type in your own if you need to. So you're basically choosing your images here, or do you want it to be a video? Now this video will let you do a longer video, but don't make it too long. So this video version will let me do up to 122 minutes, but I can do a larger file size, 250. And again, this is the best image for it. And I will warn you, 20% text or more will get you blocked from Facebook or won't let your ad run. I shouldn't say blocked. Won't run your ad. So you'll see I did a really cool video about Keller Mortgage and they blocked it because it was a lot of text and it took up the whole image and I didn't know videos did that. So now they're blocking the videos too. So I had to remake my video where it's tiny little text so that I don't violate the 20% rule. So that's just telling you that these don't have text in front of it. But if you use a design, let's say from designs, it might be too much text, just to warn you. So I've got now my content, my video. Now I get to choose which account does it go to. This is where it's going to change the Keller Williams on the right to my business page. And because I have more than one page, I can run it for the office. I can run it for my team. Or I could run it for my recruiting site, anything else. You have the ability to run whatever page you want it for and see how this changes. Then it wants to know what kind of an ad for Instagram do you want? Do you want it to do as an ad or a story? Stories run inside that full screen view where they kind of do like that 24-hour time lapse of Instagram stories, or an ad would run like a normal Instagram post. So there's two different formats you can choose. I'll leave it on Instagram ad. And then this is where you get to use the two destinations. So uses a Facebook lead generation form, means Facebook already has a lead capture form. I'm just using theirs. So that's the default, meaning if I hit submit, if they want to learn more about this listing, give me your name, number, and email address. Here's the cool thing. Facebook will automatically populate that for them. So they don't have to type it in. Talk about an easier button. All they have to do is click a next button to say, yes, take me to that website. It's okay to send that information. So that method is doing really well. So the people getting a lot of leads, when it says I have leads in the system, because they use this. This didn't work when I was running my other ads because it didn't exist yet. That's why you see a lot of clicks and not a lot of leads, because I didn't have a lead option then. I just had clicks as a choice. So this is how you actually get a lead in the system, and it comes into Command automatically. You don't have to type it in. It automatically comes in. And today, Command and Kelly will both alert you when a new ad comes in for Facebook. I've got Ashley upstairs with the O'Flaherty team doing an ad right now, and she's getting alerts left and right about the new leads coming in from the ads they're running. So it does now work. It wasn't working last week.
Jay, going back to the account and the page, can you get your regular Facebook page and not your business page?
Facebook doesn't allow you to run on your personal page. It's against Facebook's rules. So Facebook says if you're a business, you need a business page, especially if it's ads. Nobody can run an ad on their personal account. Doesn't exist. The ads can only be ran with a business account. So if you don't have one, you have to create one to access that. Jerry. You probably have to disconnect and reconnect Facebook in your settings. It might have been a while. Did you connect it a while ago? Yeah. It's time to reconnect and disconnect it and reconnect it, and it should work. Yeah, because you haven't used it.
So you notice, depending on which one you pick, those Facebook lead forms come in Command or they come in Facebook.
That's to say they come into Command directly. Yeah, no, it'll come into Command directly.
Jay, it's not allowing me to get to this here.
Right under Media, you didn't choose your Facebook and Instagram. Choose account. I'll have to move on for time purposes. I'll look at it after because we've got to teach sites too.
I gotta click on that.
And then you choose your drop down. That's how you got there. So, and then it says, okay, well, that was just which page. Now, where do you want it to go? So I want them to use the form. So that means it will auto capture their name, email address, and phone number from Facebook. And then I have these 3 action labels, meaning do I want it to say learn more, sign up, or apply now? If it's to get the listing or to get my mobile app, sign up works well. Learn more is the most popular button on Facebook that people click. If it was applying for a job, I could say apply now. So I'm going to leave it on learn more for this example. And then where do I want them to go after they fill out the form? Like what would be the follow-up destination? That should be the website. I want them to go look at the listing after. So I'm going to pull up that listing again. So I've got it here in settings. I think it's this one. Oh, there it was.
We can use the MLS listing.
Yep. I'm actually going to do it from my website. I want them to go to my website. But yeah, you can have them go any website. It doesn't matter. It's not required to be a KW website. But I'm going to have them, when they fill out their name, then click here to go to the website and learn more about that area and that stuff in the neighborhood. And I'll show you why that actually is a good idea, because we have stuff on our website that no other website has today. So when we set yours up today, I'm going to show you why we're so different, even if it's not perfect, because guess what? Zillow's not perfect. The estimates aren't perfect. The consumer doesn't care as much about perfect as they do about data and having some information. So that was just choosing where does it go. Now, if I choose use a site, then it would just go directly to that link. And I wouldn't get a lead. It would just say here. So if your website says sign in to learn more, don't use the Facebook lead. No one's going to sign in twice. If it doesn't, then use the form. If your page doesn't have that, then you would use this. So I've got that there. Then the last 2 steps are targeting. Who is this going to? Who do I want to see this? Now, you might want to think about your listing in 2 ways. One, I want local people to know about it, but I also want to run it maybe to somewhere else, like internationally or Chicago or New York, or where people are coming from the most, right? You can get that data from the MLS and different stuff of where's the migration patterns. And we're working on a tool like that in Command to tell you where the most people are coming from as we start building this out. So you're going to say, okay, use custom settings, and this ability to target your database is going to come out. I don't think it works unless you have 100+ people in the system that have neighborhoods and different stuff associated. But the goal of this method is just running an ad only to people in your system, meaning my clients that I already have and I'm friends with, and it would run an ad to just them. So that would be something you can do in the future. For now, we're just going to do a target people I don't know, a custom audience. And you can sort by a city. I can look up a name of a city. I can sort there. So if this is local, I can go as close as 15 miles or as far as 50. I think it's 50, and then that's it. So 15 miles to 50, and you can target. I don't think it'll let me do less than that. Let me try. Nope, 15. Facebook changed a lot of the rules on some of this stuff as far as proximity and how close and who they're reaching. Now, you can search not just by city, neighborhood. So what if I was looking up Imperial Point? It actually will look up the neighborhoods as far as locations as well, but again, it's only going to target from, it basically puts a dot in the neighborhood and then goes 15 miles around that dot is the method that it does. I'm going to keep it unloaded by the sea and go within 15 miles. Because my goal in this case is just to tell people and find a buyer maybe locally, but I only get one location here. I'd run a second ad where you can copy the same ad and run it just to New York or another area. So this is just choosing where. Then it's going to ask you about expert targeting. Like, who do you want this to go to? This is where they got rid of a lot of stuff. So there are still thousands of things of interest you can look for, but not everything you used to have, like homeowner. I don't think there's anything specifically with home in here. Home is an interest. I'm okay with that. I can do home. That's an option. I was going to look up, used to be one for homeowner, but that was from a third-party company. I don't want people who like homeowners associations. Don't want to deal with that. But the big ones I find, where are your consumers? Zillow. So add Zillow as an interest. Because if they like Zillow and Realtor.com and Trulia, guess what? They're probably actually looking or at least interested to know about real estate versus somebody who doesn't like those pages. And I doubt some 13-year-old on Facebook is liking Zillow. So you also will just naturally gravitate towards people who actually care. So I'm going to add Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com. For any of my real estate ones specifically, I typically do those 3. There's tons of stuff in here, but those would be the most ones that I look at. So I'm basically saying, and it's an or statement, meaning if they like homes, or they like Zillow, or they like Trulia, or Realtor.com, I want to have this ad go in front of them. Now, stuff like golf is missing. I know I was looking for that for you. They used to have ones for HGTV. They took that out. So I don't know. They're cleaning up their list, and we're getting it as we go. But these would be big ones that start with, and I'm seeing good results with that. Do you have a question, or you just raise your hand? Okay.
How do you find how does Command's ability to match up with consumers, the automatic setting work? Does it work well, or do you find that it's lacking?
As far as like
There's
the
an option in there where it just says let Command.
oh yeah, I want that option because I want it to go there because it will do better. I'm not going to come in the system and do all that. Just let the AI do its magic and let it go because they're learning from us too. So we're helping Facebook learn how to do more with real estate and how to get in front of the consumer. They're learning that experience. So while they can't give you things like homeowner and stuff like that now, doesn't mean their AI doesn't know that about the person. They just didn't give you the ability to discriminate, but the system's going to go, hey, this is a home. This person's looking for a home and start matching it automatically for you. So that's why don't worry about the interest. A lot of it's going to do it itself.
Jay, so when I click on that, it will me you must need to accept Facebook terms and conditions. So I have to click continue or
Yeah, you have to connect. You haven't connected your Facebook all the way. You have to give them permission. Otherwise, Facebook won't let you do it. You have to give Facebook permission, guys, to run ads from Command to Facebook. So yes, you have to say yes.
It happened like right there. One of these pictures, not Jay, something right there.
Exactly. All right, so those are the interests I want to do. So I'm going to save the Facebook and Instagram ads. So now I've got my title, I've got my pictures, I've got my logos, I've got everything I need. The last thing is the budget. So the default budget tends to be about 10 days. They started at $30. That's too low. Remember my clicks as high as $4 or $5 and as cheap as maybe $1.58. So $1.50 is not going to get me many clicks. Facebook recommends between $5 to $8 a day if you want to reach enough people. You don't have to spend $1,000, but so here would be the thing. If I only want to spend $25, which is fine, then I better run it for only 5 days. So I'll run it to what is today? There we go. Oh, because I have 2 channels, sorry. Distribute evenly across 2 channels. So I actually have the ability for each channel. So if I only want to spend $25 here and $25 there, I have to decide which. So if I said $25, guess what? It's only doing 13 Facebook, 12 Instagram because I did multiple channels. So if I had Twitter here as well, how much budget total? And then who do you want to give what money? Typically, I only do Facebook. That's why I just like, oh. And yes, you want to use automatic placement because Facebook uses their algorithm to intelligently spend your money based on the audience performance, and the budget lets you do it. Yes, 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 yes. I want them to do it. I don't need to be an expert at this. And if I like that amount, I'll just keep it there. But ideally, if I was going to do $5 a day, then I have to make this $50 so that it's $5 each for 5 days. And if I publish this, it'll go out today to Facebook and Instagram. And I chose it to be the different ones here. And it will actually go out within a day. It takes about between 5 to 24 hours to approve, and then it'll actually publish it and go live, but I'm not going to hit it because I don't want to go out today. Well, I don't want to spend the money right now. I've got 2 ads running. So you can save it as a draft and come back later. So it's going to take some practice. You can dabble, try $20, $5, $10 for a weekend. Run it at least 3 days or more if you want results. If you run it too low, you won't get much. My advice, pop $25, do it for 5 days. That should be more than enough. But everyone I've talked to didn't do anything with budget. They just hit accept, $30, 10 days, and just went with it. And they're still getting a lot of leads.
Jay, any suggestions on how to get people to go towards your business webpage or your business Facebook page? How would they be finding it?
That's called, it would be brand awareness, but I wouldn't do an ad for here for that. That one you have to do with Facebook directly. But it's not going to get the interaction you want. Your goal is to create a community where people naturally want to come.
Right.
But at some point, your Facebook page won't have enough followers, and you're going to have to pay to get more. Don't use this for that. You would have to use Facebook directly to say, hey, I need more people to like my page if you really want to do that. However, remember I said I can copy these if I want to do another one. So I just want to show you the 3 dots next to this will say duplicate. So I can actually duplicate an ad just like it. So if I had great results, I can duplicate it and run it exactly as it is, or I can duplicate it and change the text. So just know you have the ability to kind of change.
Rerun it, you have to duplicate.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, Facebook doesn't really let you rerun and make you duplicate things. They just make you make a copy of it. So it keeps all the settings, but you're not running the same one because that wouldn't work for analytics. All right. Any questions on the Facebook apps? It's a lot of stuff. There are step-by-step videos. If you haven't seen on YouTube, I have hundreds of videos for you guys, and specifically around how do I promote my listing. I did a video recently on that multiple listings. What if I have like 5 I want to promote? So you'll see on my channel, Jay Cermak Trainer Extraordinaire, in playlist, I have one specifically for campaigns.
I don't know. Where is the best place to get leads?
For what?
Where are the actual leads?
Oh, thank you. Inside of Command. So inside of Command under Contacts, where leads go. So inside of Contacts, you're going to have a filter here that says Campaigns, and it will look for who came from a campaign, or you could just come here and search by leads.
So it'll correlate that campaign automatically.
It'll come in with a tag of Facebook.
General for everything.
Correct. They're working on adding notes where the note will include your subject line so you know which one's which. But yeah, no, it would just come in here and it would actually give you all the information, and the lead would come in with a little L next to its name. So when you log in, it'll show up here, and you would have gotten an email and an alert inside the system telling you they registered, new lead, go in there. It just comes right into Contacts.
But it doesn't tell me which campaign.
It'll only tell you it came from Facebook, not yet. So if you're running multiple, be careful. Like I'm running 2, but one of my ads goes to my website and one of them goes to an actual Facebook lead page. So I lucked out on that one, but if you're running 2 ads at the same time, it may not tell you which is which. So you might want to hold off on. What do you mean? Yeah, I love the date and different stuff there, but yeah. All right, so that is Facebook and generating leads. So now, how do I set up my website to take advantage of that? So let me come here real quick and make sure I didn't miss any questions. All right. Hey, everybody, watching and joining in Facebook land. So our focus is really around the website. So I want to spend just a couple seconds showing you why the heck does this website matter. So this is my website. I've already updated and customized it with photos. I'll show you how. I've got my logos in here. But Jay, why the heck do I need this site, right? I have other sites out there. What makes this better or different? Here's your biggest power. Just searching itself. If I go to search, guess what? City, neighborhood, address, school district, and zip code. That's where it gets bigger. I went to my website page. You won't get to there. I'm at my website. So if you want to go there, jtmfl.com. If you want to follow along on my website. We're going to get to yours in a minute. So why this matters, what if I'm looking up school districts? How about just Broward County School District? Guess what? In the list, Broward County School Districts. Right? I can actually narrow down to say this is the Broward County School District and then zoom in and start looking up at neighborhoods that are in that school district. Right? So you can actually start doing some of these searches. But my favorite would be the neighborhood. So let's say I'm looking at, I live technically in Knoll Ridge. I can look up Knoll Ridge, and guess what? I have the neighborhood here of Knoll Ridge in Fort Lauderdale, Florida under neighborhoods. So I'm not saying the neighborhood map is perfect, but it is giving the consumer the ability to search by neighborhood. And that data right now, the map comes from Nextdoor. So if I clicked on Knoll Ridge, it actually will take me to Knoll Ridge, show me the outline of the map and homes for sale and a market update. So that first is a better experience. So when I did my Lauderdale by the Sea, it was actually more like this with the homes in this view. And I wanted them to see Explore Neighborhood right here at the top. What an easy page I didn't have to create. I just came here. And sharing this means it's branded to me, whoever looks at this. That's one big difference. The other is inside a listing, you see new things. So inside the listing, why this matters is because it is branded to me and you have access to more resources. What do consumers complain about? Oh, the buying process is so painful. What if this gave them access to not just the data, but Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered right inside the website? meaning I can apply for a mortgage right here, and I can apply for my home insurance and shop around multiple companies right there. And then you've got home facts, information about the neighbors, and then what are locals saying? Hello, great for vehicle enthusiasts, luxury culture, networking opportunities, moviegoers, shopping, 79% walkability score. Isn't this what people ask us when they're not here? Where do I go? Where's the best place to live in Florida? I can't answer that for you. So this is a way to help them there. Commute times, the school ratings. Tell me what the schools are. I want to find the best school for my kids. It's already on this page, guys. I didn't have to go to a separate website. Mortgage calculator built in here with Keller Mortgage and Keller Covered. And then nearby homes for sale. And that's only looking at a listing. My favorite is looking at the actual neighborhood. If I explore the neighborhood, this is really powerful. So Lori and I are working with clients from California. And what do they say to us, Lori, every day? I want to live here, here, and here. Find me this. Who's young? Who's trendy? Where can I go for this? Who's got the best schools? Who's got low crime rate? Where can I walk to everywhere? And she came to me and said, I don't know where to go. We got so many options out there. And guess what? This neighborhood landing page has everything but the crime rate. So it starts with, hey, here's the data. Here's the map. Here's the homes data. And here's what people say about it. Here's that walkability score again. Here's the market stats about that neighborhood, average days on market, home price. And then there's more what locals say. So it's also great if they're humanitarian focused, healthy foods, live experiences, historic. Like this is coming from an artificial intelligence company who's looking at what people say about living in that area and aggregating all that data onto your site instantly. This answers there, is it a trendy place to live? Are there people there that I would like? Is it luxury? I love yoga. I love dogs. This is how they're going to search by that stuff. Then you've got your commute times, the schools again, but Yelp is built into here. What a great way for that young person to learn about the area because they're going to go to Yelp anyways, and it's already on this website. What restaurants are nearby? How do I go to shopping? I need a grocery store. Is there one close? Oh, good. There's a grocery store right there. All on this one page. And then what are the homes for sale in this neighborhood? Right here. And maybe I don't like that neighborhood. What else is there? Hey, Imperial Point. I've heard of that one. Or maybe the Landings. Let's go to the Landings. What does that look like? And they can now naturally come in and start exploring other neighborhoods to start finding that.
You know why it's home for sale in California has a number of properties for sale. You have got home for sale 11 and properties in 8.
Do you have it on the property type? I'll have to see what you're seeing. I don't see that on mine, but I do know if there's anything wrong with the feed, it's our number one priority between now and family reunion. We're cleaning a lot of it up. And just understand.
Like there's 37 homes for sale.
Oh, property type. Mine says houses. Uncheck houses. I'll have the matching. There's 20, and then I have it in price too. So part of this map is also from here when I'm looking at and whatever my search is. So I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm just saying it's data to start. We're cleaning a lot of this up. Understand, to have your own IDX feed and have to map every MLS in America into our system and have it all mapped and stuff is a big undertaking. And we did that in a year to even get to this point, and we got to now tweak it to get to the next level to make it better in the next month. Yeah.
To solve that between Florida, so pretty Fort Lauderdale versus Miami, like all of the fees, both boards will show up on one site.
Yeah. You don't have to be members of boards. It's all together. I actually don't even have to be a member of the board. I do only because my license requires it, but I don't need their MLS feed, so you don't have to do your agreements and all that crap. Yeah, it'll be everything on one site. Thank you, because I know that was important to you to have that all together. So I just want to show you, though, that that's what's different and why this matters, because that is the consumer app in a website. Because what do the consumers want to know? More data on one site, and we're going to keep adding more stuff to that. Vendors down the line, other services you can add. Your buying and selling guide on that website is actually the mobile app in a web version, which the best way to see that, I'm going to shrink this down and pull up one of these listings real quick, and I'll show you it looks just like if I was on a phone, what your app would look like when I shrink down and look at this. Fit perfectly for a phone. Amazingly, because this website is the app in a web version. So today you have one website and you have a mobile app and the two don't talk to each other. What a horrible customer experience. I'm only promoting my app today because I know I'm going to get the new one. That's a bad experience. The goal is I want them to be on their computer and see what they need, go on their phone and see what they need, and the two are going to tie together. So how the heck do we set this up? So we're going to come to sites now inside of command, and we're going to go to agent site pages in the center. This is where you're going to find everything about the agent site. You do have the ability to create your own standalone page. It's something they call a landing page. A landing page isn't a full-blown website. It's one page to go to learn more, click here, sign up, kind of a concept. Your website will be what I just showed you, which is all those different pages together. So we're going to do agent site pages. If yours is blank here, don't panic. I've set mine up, and I've added three new pages I'm going to show you. I set mine up. If this is blank, it's okay. It just means you haven't set yours up yet.
And if you have the places to site in there, can you set this one and then see if you like it and then go back if you don't like it?
Correct. Yep. You don't have to use this, but it is the mobile app whether you like it or not. So going forward, it is going to be the app, even if you don't give this to the public. So you might have already spent money on sites. You might have a different product you want better. That's fine. This will eventually replace all those things, and then you'll have a choice. So I've got it here, but you won't see this, so I'm going to scroll down, and you should all have a configure your site button. This is where you set it up. There's going to be a wizard that takes you through 3 steps to set it up. So I'm going to actually do that, and you can come back and do it again if you need to. So this is, I want to use my new site. I have Playster, I want to use Playster, and then I want to explore other options. We're only doing the top one. So I just want to use the new site. And you're going to be taken to a wizard. Huh?
What did you just click on?
On the bottom.
I went to sites,
Oh,
go to agent sites, and scroll all the way down to the bottom on the left, and it will say customize your site.
figure your site.
Configure your site. So I'm inside of the wizard now. The wizard is basically Kelly Guide, right? The guide just means, hey, we're going to do these 3 steps, 1, 2, 3, and set up your new site. We're going to pick your domain name, we're going to pick a theme, and then we're going to do some page creations, so that you will have a website live and ready to go once we're done with these 3 steps. So we click Get Started to start. Now, it is going to remind you for compliance. So the biggest thing is, are you using the right office logo? Do you have any legal disclaimers you need? This is just a warning telling you KW is not responsible. So I'm going to make sure you are compliant here. But if you're watching this from another state, then you need to make sure your broker tells you what's compliant. I can't answer that in other states. But Florida, we don't have many requirements. So I'm going to acknowledge and continue. So step 1, you're going to hear something called a subdomain. This isn't really what I want to give the clients, because really it means the domain is kw.com, and I have a page on it called jteamfl in this case. So it's jteamfl.kw.com. No one's going to remember to go to that if you give that to the public. That's just what my link is. You can buy your own name of a website from, I recommend Google Domains, and that's the only option. Don't go to GoDaddy. They'll screw you over with more price the next year and the 3rd year. Google Domains is $12 a year and gives you privacy and everything you need, and that's it. So I own jteamfl.com. That's my website. And I have this link go to that website. So my signs and my cards will say jteamfl.com, even though this says jteamfl.kw.com.
And you're putting it up at the top part, or you're putting it off to the right over there?
Right here is where you do that. Yeah, that's just a preview. This is the actual action. Everything you're going to do on this is on the right. It will already have a name for you. So if you don't like the name that's here, you can change it. But I'll tell you, if you change it, you don't get the old one back. So you only get one. So my old one was jay.cermak. No one remembered j.cermak.kw.com. So I changed it to jteamfl, but now that other name is available. So if you do change it, it's changed forever.
So the website that I had back before we went to command, Florida.
Okay, that's fine. You're not going to do that here.
Oh, okay.
If you need to change your domain, guys, you don't do it in this setting. You're just giving it a name here. You're not going to do that. That's a separate setting where you have to go to your domain provider and tell them, hey, when everyone goes to this website, point to this link. You don't do that here. This is just picking the name. So it's fine if it's just your name, if it's available. If it's taken, it will tell you. I'm not clicking anything because it's already done for me. So, yep, leave it alone. So that's subdomain. Now the next part is the marketing profile. What is the profile of my marketing? Now, if you've ever been in Command and did the settings marketing profile, it's the same thing. So this pre-populated my name, my address, right? Hopefully everyone knows their name. I can't help you with that one. Your address for the office, and then it does say team or business name. So how do you identify? Are you the team name? Are you just your name realtor?
Before you go that far, my default under your market center brokerage just says Keller Williams Realty. Should I leave that or should
It's grayed out here. You can't change it here anyways, Paige. It's grayed out.
Okay.
Just leave it alone. It'll be fine because you have to do it in another spot. This wizard, you're just following the steps. So I've got that there. It really happens when you're in commissions and green sheets, and that's the compliance side is where it picks the name. So I've got that there. So my team name is the J team. Yours might be J Cermak Realtor or Susie Smith Realtor. Like, what is your business entity? Or it could be J Sells Homes. It's whatever you want to call yourself or your team name. So you don't have to have a team to give yourself a business name. And then what's your job title? You can say realtor. I said real estate consultant. You can also say realtor from the gods. There's no rule on what you call yourself. Luxury expert, waterfront expert. You know, I can say Lauder by the Sea experts, whatever you want to put there. It's just a title. Your email address. And then it asks for your office number and your mobile number with no spaces or dashes. Just type the numbers purely. It will automatically give the dashes in the site. Now, here's the thing. Technically in Florida, you do not have to have the broker's number or the office number. Since most of you don't have offices here with a phone number here in the office, maybe you don't put the office number down because if they call us, what do? We send it to your cell phone. Put your cell phone number there. Other states do require that the broker number is correct and all that stuff. So that's why it's here, but you can put your personal cell if you want. So that's actually the office number, and then that's my cell phone number for the team. Then it's got a short biography. And when I say biography, I mean short, not a 30-page autobiography. What's a small paragraph about you or your team or what you stand for? This should just be a short one. You will have a page later that says about me that you can add more fields to it. Then it's going to ask you what's your license number. And it does say compliance and legal footer. You don't have to put anything here because our websites now, I'll go to mine, at the bottom of the website, has each office independently owned and operated, and now it even included fair housing, accessibility, DMCA, and all kinds of required legal disclosures automatically. So Florida, that's probably overkill. Other states need to add more things. So you guys just leave that box blank. It's not required.
I know that I set up this, but then I set it all up, but I'm using, somewhere I put the link on the placeholder. How can I view what I did without before I change the link instead of the places to this?
I think when we're done, it'll still, I'd have to find out the answer. I don't really know. I haven't had to deal with that because it's just I didn't extend, but I'll find you the answer. All right, so that's just compliance. Then it says what's your brokerage number or license number for the broker. Again, Florida doesn't require this. That is technically Richard's license number for this office. If you're part of another office, that is not the right broker number. Richard has 6 broker numbers for each of the offices he runs, or 5 of them. And then you've got your brokerage center. It does ask for the brokerage office number or market center number. Again, in Florida, it's not required. Other states do. Now, you can add the compliance legal footer if you need to add more links. Remember, they already added accessibility for housing, different things like that already there. But if you need to add another link for any reason, you can use this to put a link at the bottom. Then your images. What's your picture? Now, your picture is going to be a circle. My advice, make sure your photo when you upload it is a square to begin with and you won't have any issues. It does have the ability to crop it, but I find that causes some issues later in the system if you upload a photo that maybe is more narrow and then try to crop it. So just get your photo cropped beforehand. If you've ever done anything on Facebook, they ask for a square too because they do a circle around it. You should have a square version of your photo just in general. So that's what I put here. And I will tell you the Kelly guide does say this logo has to be the square for your brokerage and team header. Notice mine's not that, because I went back to the marketing profile and uploaded the regular size of these, and it made it larger. Because if I do it as the actual square, it is no larger than the size of the KW. So I wanted it to be bigger. So just know if you upload a logo here, for you guys on our office Facebook page, I uploaded a square so you can use the square version and put that there for now, and then go to settings and change it. So if anyone needs help after class, I can't do it today, but you can email me and I'll help you get that in there. Now, this is the team or header logo. Please note this is example, guys. It didn't give you the Royals. I've had everyone ask me in every class, why does it say Royals? It is an example of what it will look like if you add a logo. So this is my team logo, but it doesn't have to be a team logo. If you have a picture of your name and monogram, put that up there. If you have a picture of a house, it's just a clip art square that you can put whatever kind of imagery you want up at the top of the screen. So you can use this if you have a team or even if you don't. So that's my team logo. And then it'll ask you your social media links. This just means go to your social media page. So I put my Facebook page and put it here, and it's a link on your website. So just go there correctly and copy it, because if you don't have this HTTP stuff, it will give you an error message. So just go to the site, copy the link and paste it. You won't have an issue, because I still can't type these correctly if I do it by myself. If you have Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, or YouTube, you can put those links here. And then your most important link should be your mobile app. Did you put the link to your mobile app? So if you guys have your mobile app on your phone, and the phone says your name at the bottom of the phone in the app, there's a share button right in the middle center. And if you were to either text or email it to yourself, your code for your app is in there. So I'll say text message, and this tells me this is my code. We're all going to have the same beginning part. Everyone has app.kb.com. This part's what's unique to you. So when someone uses that link, it downloads their version of the app. Or you mean your version of the app, not the general KW or my version. So that code will be unique to you. And this will end up being a button at the bottom of my website that says, hey, click here to download my mobile app. So step one was just picking the name of our site that we want it to be temporarily, because we're going to buy a domain. So I just have it there. Then I've got my marketing profile. And that is step one. Save and continue. Step two, now themes and style, we get so excited between red and black. Guess what? Doesn't do anything. It originally changed the KW from red to black, but remember, we changed that KW to be the office logo. So guess what? Red and black doesn't do anything. Just ignore it. However, the next stuff does matter. So homepage text. That means when I'm on this screen, what is this bar, the text above my search bar? So they have the default Find Your Dream Home. I actually like that one. I'm good with it. But you can change it. I can say find your, South Florida home, find your home with Jay, whatever you want to type there, and you can type up to 2 sentences. I would keep it short, but it's just a text box. So you can type in whatever you want there. And then I think the biggest customization of this site is this, your ability to customize the screen images. So everyone's going to get these basic ones to start. This is one of them. It's an aerial shot. That's not South Florida. I don't see any palm trees, and I see leaves turning orange. So that doesn't work for my area. It could work for someone else's. You're going to get 5 images, and a good example of what they look like, Lee Rosa, I'm calling him out, doesn't have his site updated with new images. So this is the default site you all get. That's one image. Maybe that's South Florida, probably not. Then I'm going to have my next image is San Francisco. That's not South Florida. So for us, location-wise, these 5 images may not work for you. So you get to customize and upload your own images. Now, I recommend like that one would be okay. That's doesn't tell you a location. It's just a home. So you're going to get 5 images to start. Well, I replaced all of mine. So you can upload up to 5 images. So here is one that I replaced, and I designed this in Designs. So next week when I teach you the marketing in Designs, you can make your own image collage to put on your website. So I took their template and added location shots, interior shots, and people shots into this picture. that will now be my screen at the home screen of my website. The next one, I bought these images. So now I've got other images I purchased, and I used a company called Shutterstock to buy images, and I bought beautiful location aerial shots and intercoastal shots, right? You guys are in a beautiful area to take great pictures, but if you don't, go buy that. When it comes to stealing from the internet, don't steal photography about listings in your realtor. You will get sued. Not just putting in the MLS, but on your website. So make sure you own the rights to it. Maybe you already paid a photographer to take photos. We're in a beautiful area. I go around town once in a while and just take great pictures.
Take pictures of condo buildings or regular single-family homes. Are we legally allowed to use?
Technically, if you took the photo yourself, then yes. Yeah. Now, the only thing that might happen is maybe the consumer says, you put my home online, I don't want it on there. Great, I'll delete it and go take someone else's picture. I'm sure there's a more legal format for that, but I haven't. Do you have more insight on that, Bobby?
You can see it on the screen.
Correct. I don't get out of my car. I literally, while I'm driving, guys, I'm not kidding. I have my phone out the window. I slow down. Like Imperial Point just redid and painted their sign. So what I do, I drove through the neighborhood, grabbed a great shot of that, never got out of my car. I did it down Bayview Drive. We have beautiful, big $1 million homes. That's where I got a lot of my stock images. I went and looked at those beautiful homes. We have really strong cameras now. That would be more than enough for this image. What I can't do is be up in a plane and get these aerial shots. So those ones probably had to pay for. All right, so I've uploaded 5 images. To replace one, you would just hit a delete button and just hit the upload to upload an image. So I've already uploaded mine, otherwise I would show you, but it's easy. Just like any of the other tools, there's a built-in crop tool. So if I had a picture of, let's say, the beach, but it wasn't looking right on the website, I can even crop it to say, you know what, let's just highlight the buildings and show a little bit of beach. You can crop it right there. So I like that bit of it. So 5 images, save and continue. What I recommend, local. Don't do only pictures of the house itself. Go get area shots. What's your farm? What's your neighborhood? What do you want to be known for? So that's the neighborhoods I want to be known for. This is my area, 33308. I want to be the domain for. Yes.
In the preview section on the photograph, can we move them?
Preview is just a preview. It won't look like this on the real site. It's just a preview.
So when I looked at the site and my slogan is like right across.
I wouldn't put slogans on because remember, the site's going to automatically readjust based on the picture size, and text and images don't do well as far as text goes. I would upload an image without your slogan.
So that would be the place where I put the homepage text saying leave it blank.
Correct. Yeah, your images, notice my images don't have any branding on it. And here's why. I did the same thing with Playster. When I put a picture with my branding on it, and then they went to a phone version of the site or a tablet version and it readjusted the size, guess what? Every time my logo was messed up. I couldn't find the perfect spot for it. So my advice, don't put any logos. Just do beautiful images. Your logo's at the top. Your text could be maybe your tagline or whatever you want, and then there's other places for that info. Save and continue, that's step 2. And the last step is, how do I add new pages to the site? So you guys are gonna get 3 pages to start. One page is called company profile, which is really to be either about Keller Williams if you're an individual agent, or your team if you wanna say it's about the team. So it's really meant to be about your company, whatever you decide that to be. So you're gonna see mine's more of a team page, but you can just make it about Keller Williams Realty Professionals and keep it just about this office. An About Me page will be literally about me, and then a Contact Us page. So company profile. Now everything starts with something called search engine optimization. Maybe you heard the term SEO. What the heck is that, Jay? Well, SEO needs a page title and an SEO description. Easiest way to explain it, Google. Go to Google. I'm gonna go to Google here, and I'm gonna look up Fort Lauderdale homes. This is SEO. This is the title in blue. And in gray is the description. So when you're filling this out, what do you want the title to be that captures them, and what do you want the description to be that would tell them about it for every page? So in Command, it says about, what is the page title? I have about the J Team with Keller Williams Realty Professionals. If it's just about the office, it would say about Keller Williams Realty Professionals or about Keller Williams Realty. It's really whatever you want to call it. You don't have to just use it for the office. So what do you want the text to be for search engine optimization? And then what do you want the description to be? So one of the tips I learned about description is notice when I Google stuff, I don't see any phone numbers or ways to click people. I have to click a button. What if my phone number was the first thing they saw? Lori Ballin taught me that that might be a better method to maybe get more business faster if the phone number was right there next to it. So if someone looked me up on the internet, they could find my phone number all the time. I don't say you have to do it that way, but that's just the best practice I learned. And then I decided that I'm going to have in every one of my descriptions this same part. The J team with Keller Williams Realty Professionals serving your whatever community needs. Every time I want that in there. So if someone Googled my name, I want to show up here. Someone Googled the J team. Someone Googled the company. I want to make sure that those results show up. Now, I can't teach you hours of what SEO and how to do stuff, but that's all it's asking. What's the title of the page? And then tell me about this page. You do not need to keyword stuff anymore. Keyword stuffing is old because Google taught its AI to look at your website and just naturally look for words like home and Fort Lauderdale. That used to be the tag, like keywords, right? I'd say Fort Lauderdale, comma, single family homes, comma, condos, comma, right? You don't need to just write a normal paragraph. So in this case, I want you to learn more about us. If it was about a neighborhood, I would say learn about Lauderdale by the Sea, beautiful area, blah, 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 with the J team, Keller Williams. And if you don't know what to put there, just leave it blank for now. You can come back later. So that is search engine optimization. So this page for content has basically 4 sections to it. A header. So you're going to have this little box that's gray with white text. That is the page header. Whatever you put here is going to be white text with a gray box.
Where do you, okay.
Yep. Then you're going to have a header image. Your default image is just a generic downtown. May not work for your area. It could work. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't my area. So you could replace that image with your own picture. So obviously I wanted to put here, sunny South Florida. You could put the office. This isn't an MLS requirement, guys. If you want it to be a picture of a house with your sign out front, it could be a picture with your sign out front. It's whatever you want the header of this page to be, a picture and text. So I just have it as the team with Keller Williams, and then I put the picture. That's part 1 of it. Do you know where we are, or did you get lost?
Not reading this thing on the right.
I already wrote all mine in. Yours might look different.
Page header, mine's.
Yeah, mine has company profile, like, can't edit it.
Because you're under navigation, guys. So next is search engine optimization.
Right.
Then the third triangle is content. That's where I am. Yeah, I'm in content. That's where it should be.
Missing page header recommended.
Oh, you're on the About Me page. You're not under the right one. You went to the next screen too fast. So backwards. Yeah, if anyone is not seeing what I'm seeing, it's because you're on the wrong page.
Okay, so which page are you on? Can you just scroll up?
I'm on the company profile page.
Oh.
So if you went to the next button, then the next one says About Me, and the third page says Contact Us. We haven't gotten there yet.
Customize your site content. Back one.
It's right here. Correct. You're on the third one. You went too far. Yes, you guys should all be on the one that says navigation, company profile is highlighted. If you're not there, you're in the wrong section. Company profile is why my content says these things. Any other page will not say these things. Okay, so I've got my images. Then it says, what's your intro paragraph? Now, this one came because I was studying what does NAR say about what consumers want, and I kind of pieced together what they talk about. So I said our philosophy is simple, clients come first. We pledge to be in constant communication with our clients, keeping them fully informed throughout the entire buying and selling process, and we believe in providing an amazing experience. Guess what NAR says the consumer said? I never hear from my client and my agent anymore. I never hear. So you just write whatever you want, but I like that. If you like it, copy and paste it. So it's just a short intro paragraph, right? It could be about Keller Williams. It could be about you. What do you want to have there to introduce this page or introduce your company? Then you get 2 sections, a header, some text and a picture, and then another picture, a header, and some text. So section 1, I decided to talk about the area I serve. You really can put whatever you want here. I'm just sharing what I did with mine. It's just a text box to type anything you want. So I said, how about South Florida real estate? And I wrote specializing in real estate, residential, waterfront, oceanfront condos and homes. Just got specific in what I wanted. And then I wrote the areas that I want. And it just put it into a big paragraph for me. And then this picture I took at Lauder by the Sea, which you've seen in my marketing, and I uploaded a square photo of the location. You can use what's already there, or you can change the picture out to anything you want. That's section 1. Section 2, I thought, you know what? I love our belief system, and I think that separates us when we go on a listing appointment, right? What a great way to say, wow, what do I believe in? The consumer will love that. So I actually just copied this from KW.com. Didn't do anything fancy. So I went to KW.com and copied the Y4C2Ts. I typed in our beliefs, and this time I did steal it from Google because Keller Williams is not likely to sue me for telling the company about my belief system. It's not a listing photo. Listing photos will get you in trouble. So I pasted that there and uploaded that image. So now I've got my header, my intro, and a section about where I serve and what I believe in. And the last thing on this page says a footer, whatever the footer is. So Lori, this would be a great place for your tagline. The footer will be in blue at the bottom of whatever you put. So I like just putting you first always. Just keep it simple. Putting you first. And then I ran out of what to say, so I copied this from KW.com. Keller Williams is the largest real estate franchise. And I did add this. We're also, and you should put this on your site, we're the #1 brokerage in Southeast Florida. From Martin County down to Miami-Dade, nobody sells more homes in South Florida than Keller Williams. That's a fact. Richard and I have done the math. We've got the flyers. We should be telling consumers about that. That we do sell more homes, and we are the #1 company in all of South Florida. I didn't say we're #1 in Broward. We're all South Florida if you add it all together. So that's some stuff that you can put at the bottom of it. And that's my page. Now my page has my header, my paragraph, some info, and a paragraph at the bottom, and that's it. That's page 1. So if I save and continue, now I go to page 2. Now you're going to see the About Me page. That's the next one. This page will automatically grab your photo for you and put your stuff down here. So for search engine optimization, I'm going to say this is actually about me, about Jay Cermak Realtor with Keller Williams or the J team. This is the About Me page. And then my description is our team number and learn more about Jay Cermak with, and then the rest of it's the same. That's the search engine part. The content is, what's the title of this page? So about Jay Cermak. And my title, I'm the real estate consultant with the J team. Your biography title, and then the biography here, you can write a little bit longer if you want it to be longer. I need to come back and redo this because this one talks team, and I just want to talk about myself, right? My journey, my awards, different things there. So this is where you can do a more in-depth biography information. And then it says, how do you want to contact you? Do you want to contact you directly or a team? What's your number and what's your email address? Notice no dashes and stuff. It'll add it automatically. That's the second page. And the third one's even easier. The third one is literally just a contact us page, right? Contact us. So the search engine part is, this page is called Contact the J Team with Keller Williams, or Contact You with Keller Williams. The description is our phone number and contact us to serve all your South Florida needs. The content of this is the header goes at the top, so contact the J Team. And then you do another intro. So I like the, hey, we're here to help with all your residential South Florida needs. We look forward to working with you. Just something short. You can write more if you want. They wrote this for me. What's your message hint? Are you looking to sell? I added there's a big demand for homes in South Florida. Kind of like it's suggestions. So when they give you a message, what do you want to talk about? Hey, tell me where you live. Tell me this. It's just a suggestion. Phone number, email address. And guess what? When I hit save and continue, your website's done. So it's all finished. I click the X. And now when I come in here, you're going to see under agent site pages, you should have a see your new site. Click here. And that's the website I showed you guys, which is this website, ready to go with all my stuff. Here are my pages. So about the team page. There it is on my website, right? About me, and a contact us page right here.
How did you get back to that, Jay?
Save this.
Once you come here in the site settings, it gives you your link.
Site six, I gotta go back to command.
Correct. We're in command, sites, and then site settings here, agent sites in the middle. Now that's just having your site launch, but there's some tricks with this. So I actually added some extra pages. So I added a real estate blog. Who wants to learn how to add this automatically created blog that Homekeeper did for me, and I didn't do anything? This one's fun. So I'm going to show you how to do that, because this one is really just copy and paste. It's the easiest one to create. So I created this one. I also created one today about Keller Mortgage. This is more complex, but I will teach later if someone wants to learn how I did it. In command?
How do you get there?
I'm in agent sites, agent site pages, and then I went to my website. It's just the link to my website. That's it. Go, I'm sorry?
If you click on the configured site, it has login or sign up.
I'll show you why. So under agent site settings, your marketing profile is off. So if yours is generic that says Keller Williams and your name and branding and pictures are missing, this is the culprit. And probably because you haven't done your marketing profile in a while or you skipped something of it, I don't know. But if it's missing, you flip that switch. It takes about 10 minutes to come back on, but then it will be branded to you again. So normally it doesn't turn off, but for some reason, everyone else has had issues where it randomly turns off. I have yet for that to happen. But yes, you would just flip that switch on agent site settings. And we're going to come here in a minute for that to add more pages, but that's why that's missing. Yep. All right, so I also added that one, and then I did this one for my landing page. So one of my ads is learn what your home is worth in South Florida, and specifically 33308. So I made this simple page to have them register and tell me where they live, and that was one of my Facebook ads I'm doing. So I made a landing page inside my website just to find out what their home is worth. It's not fancy, it's just a simple capture, and I said the fact that, hey, every home is unique in its value, and we have access to cutting-edge technology to make the most accurate home valuation in the market. Please register and with a note and let us know your information. Right? So I'm actually asking them. I added that page, and then I also added, yeah, those are the three I've added so far. So let's add this one because this is the easiest one. It's copy and paste. You don't have to be a crazy web designer. So to do this site page, Homekeeper is something we all have with KW. It's Homekeeper without the E on the end. So Home, K-E-E-P-R. That's Homekeeper. And I'm going to sign into my agent account. So if you just joined us, you have an email from Scott Leroy that says your Homekeeper account. If you haven't and don't remember, you come to Realtors and you would sign in. Hopefully, they have a reset password button right there. So I'm going to log into Homekeeper. Homekeeper was actually intended for you to do your vendor list, right? Here's my vendors. Here's who I do. But the neat thing is they made their own blog. And right here, you're going to see a button that says My Widgets. You get 2 widgets for free. One that says all of my vendors if you use Homekeeper. I haven't used it for vendors yet, and we're working on our own product, so don't stress about having to put them all into Homekeeper today. We're going to build it so Command has my vendor list, and my mobile app will have this same concept of who do I recommend built in. However, the second blog widget is a blog, where they wrote the blog, and it's branded to me. So I'm going to come to My Widgets, and you get 2 choices, My Trusted Pros or My Blog Widget. And here's the blog widget, and all I'm doing is literally just hitting the copy button on this text box right here, just to copy it. That's all I need, and then this widget is going to show up on my website, or when they click on it, it takes them to a blog that they wrote with my name on it. But it will show up on my website, so I have something to start with. So that's the code. When I'm in Command, under agent site settings, we're going to click create a new site. So it's a tricky term. They just really mean create a new page. But we're going to say create a new site, and you get a choice. on my website or as a standalone landing page. If you want it on your website, you have to choose this one. I've tried it the reverse and it doesn't let you switch it later. So I'm going to say on my agent's site, I want this page to live. So on my site, create page. This takes you to, right now, it's a bit clunky. We're redoing the layout of this, but this is what we call a little widget designer, meaning I can drag a widget over and add my team. I can add my company, my contact form. These are kind of little widgets that when you drag it over, you'll be able to fill it in and it automatically creates a page for you. For this, all I actually need is under content blocks is a text box. I just need a text box. There's no special HTML coder if you've ever heard that term. I'm going to put the text box here and just paste that text right there. That's it. That's all I'm doing is copying it from Homekeeper, which is, here it is. Copy this code right here, and then I'm pasting it into a text box. And when I publish it, you're going to see it does the whole little blog just like you saw. Now you can add things like images if you want, other dividers. It's not a great tool, but it is something and it does work. Layout bricks, so for widgets, I did that, and I'm going to add a contact me form at the bottom in case they have any questions. Because notice I can't hit save because it at least needs one widget for this to work. So I'm going to drag contact form over, see the green line, and I want it to go right at the bottom of my blog, and it will be that contact us if you have any questions form at the bottom of my site. Here's the trick. If you add these forms and widgets, you have to click configure the widget. So if I add more than one, I click configure, and it just says, okay, what's your contact information? Hey, hope you enjoy the blog. Contact us for more info. Something like that, right? Please contact us if you need anything. Got my phone number there. I'm going to save and apply. And before I do that, I'm going to name it in the page. So I'm going to call this blog 3 because I already have a blog 2. Blog 3, all I did is paste the text, add a contact form, and now I can save this. Save changes. Are you sure you want to make this visible to everybody? Yes. So I'm launching a site page. That's creating it. Agent site settings is where you add it to your site. So under agent site settings, under pages, here's all my different pages. This is also where you can delete a page, rearrange the order of the pages. So if I want this to be up higher in the list, I can move it around. So I'm going to say add a page. And just like in the wizard, what's the name? So I'm going to say this is blog 3. What's the name of the web address part? Blog 3. And what's your description? Just say blog 3. Oops. So that's just you adding a page to your site. Then you select it. Here's blog 3 when it was created. Continue. And when I save it to my site, I now will have another blog on my web page. So I'll refresh. And now my website has a blog 3 right here. And blog 3 looks like I have this in-depth blog that just takes me to Homekeeper to learn more and add more content. So it's just adding more there. I know we're running over. I'm just about done. So that's how you can add that page. But you also can just come here to create a new page and add your own. So if you ever want to add pages and add more information, we're making this easier to use. I'll be honest, I created 7 pages this week and only published 2 because 7 of them didn't all work. And sometimes this one got hard. So if you're not ready for that yet, you don't have to add yet. We're going to make it so that it's a nice and easy, visual, easier to use tool. This does work, but it's a little clunky. So if anyone needs more help on that with the videos I've got, we can help there. But ultimately, my goal is to help you add more pages, at least this blog to start. So I have more content. Yes. I just did that one from Marty Miller. He has it. So, or actually John Morris. So if you want to follow what I did for that, I'll show you on YouTube. My friend John Morris did this. So John Morris and Keller Mortgage. So I followed his instructional video today on 12 minutes and how I added that page. So he has the step-by-step instruction. Like I said, we're all learning this together. I'm just learning to add those things, and we were able to at least create your basic site and then just start thinking what else do you want to add. How do you plus this site? How do you customize it? And that will get you ready for the new app when it comes out.
It's on the top here, JTML, FUW. Mine's lecture home. How can I get that to show up when the site's clicked, or is it always going to go to my
It's whatever you do. So your marketing profile says what's your Market Center DBA logo. That's where that one's coming from. If you want the luxury logo there, it would have to go in place of
the actual Google search. See where it says jt.com.
Oh, this part?
How would that be luxury home?
Oh, you go to, where do you have it? Google Domains or GoDaddy? So go to YouTube. I have a GoDaddy video. Yeah. So Jay Cermak, GoDaddy. You go physically to GoDaddy and follow this to tell it, hey, GoDaddy, have that website go here. Yeah. You have to do it inside GoDaddy.
And I did mine inside GoDaddy. It's still not
Probably because you still have Playster settings. Did you used to use a Playster site there? There's settings inside it that are still there that are pointing to the wrong site. Pull it up and I'll look at it before I have to leave. Yeah.
Same thing with him.
Yep. It's inside your settings. You probably have, there's two settings that Playster puts in your website domain, and it probably is still there pointing it to Playster and not your new site. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go to domain servers. I'll show you there. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'm going to end this, and we will have this recording available for later. Thanks.
Jake, can you be around?